Hello and welcome to Saturday evening, February 9th at around 10:49 p.m. And we've got some Q posts today. I'm very excited about that. Yay, Q. Thank you very much for coming out to grace us with your Q-ness, if you will. All right, so let's get started right into it. This is my Q alert, 2918. This will be my thread for Saturday, February 9th, 2019. We never left. It's time to return publicly and more. Let's go. All right, so this is my Q post thread. I've decided to call it Q Posts 2919. Choose greatness. All right, so Q starts us off. Optics are important. Stealth bomber silent. Reread Mueller regarding design 2 drops. Probe conclusion coming. -30 in Killbox. Coincidence collusion occurring as new AG installed. What is purpose of Whitaker? Reread drops regarding Scaramucci model. Purpose. Who did Scaramucci remove? Effective. Optics important. What occurs post installed blockade removal? D-class? RR in the Killbox. Complete removal. OIG release of findings. How are they preparing to combat? Narrative equals vital in Killbox? ? House Intel launch of more fake investigations in attempt to retain false narrative and claim political attacks. If investigated, prosecuted themselves. AS. SDNYAG? ? Attempt to retain blockade. Attempt to prevent public release of truth. 0 leaks regarding Huber. 0. Do not mistake public silence for inaction. This is not another 4-year election. Q. Wow, that was a great Q post. We're going to dig into that a little bit as well. Anon also said in Q post 2677 tonight, welcome back. Q says, we never left. It's time to return publicly. Q. Publicly. Jordan Sather made a really interesting tweet. He said publicly. Yes, he did. Q asked us to read the Scaramucci model posts. Public opinion. Optics do not matter. Okay, whatever the public opinion, whatever the optics don't matter. Temps can get very dangerous to those who are targeted. Q. Okay, so the temperatures, the tempers can be very dangerous to those who are targeted, which is why I remain calm during my attacks. Thank you. More Scaramucci model coming at you. 2468. The Scaramucci play. Temp higher to remove embedded untrustworthy staffers. Spicer. Priebus. Temps can be very dangerous to those who are targeted. Think Whitaker. Next week. WH. Optics must remain stable. And there's a list of officials that left the Trump administration. Link. Many did not leave by choice. Save face and promote MAGA or be exposed. Less than 10. Listen to that. Many did not leave by choice. Save face and promote MAGA or be exposed. So if you're not promoting MAGA and you're focusing on crap, you are now exposed. Thank you, Q. Less than 10. Attacks occur from all directions. Logical thinking. Why attack a movement simply by design, asking people to think for themselves? Control equals power. Why are the biggest news companies in the world continuing to attack this movement? Why is the Washington Post leading the attacks? Why do attacks come in waves? Coordinated? You attack those who are the biggest threat. You attack those the most who are the biggest threat. Swamp contains red plus blue. Q. Well, isn't that the truth? All right, so then got a really good one here. This is a brilliant Anon graphic. Let's see if I can get that bigger for you. Let's go the other way. All right, so here we go. Optics are important. Graphic. Stealth bomber silent. So in the past, who or what stealth bombers were unknown. Sessions, Huber, Whitaker, Mueller, and a yet unnamed prosecutor. By Q's questions, are they active? That's a good question. Also, example, optics are important. The first one, POTUS will not address the nation on the arrests and crimes. He must isolate himself to prevent negative optics. Ongoing operations are done in silence or done under the guise of exercises, not as to alarm the public. We don't want a civil war. Reread Mueller regarding Design 2 drops. Probe conclusion coming, right? So Q asked us to read the Design 2 drops, and we will do that right now. Important to remember. How do you navigate around an installed blockade? Mueller designed to take in evidence needed to expose deep state, DOJ, Black regarding Mueller evidence ongoing investigation. Mueller designed to limit POTUS and his ability to maneuver. Mueller designed to stall for time until midterm elections to terminate all House, Senate ongoing investigations. Mueller designed to safeguard D-Party base. False narrative. Russia collusion. POTUS cheated, evil, sky falling in an effort to divide and mobilize for future protests, riots, threats, violence, false flags, etc. Mueller designed to provide fake news with ammunition to sway public opinion, obstruct foreign and domestic agenda, full impeachment removal, full anti-POTUS division, prevent unity, etc. Mueller designed to demonstrate to foreign players that old guard is still pulling the strings. Mueller designed to mobilize D-Party for midterm vote win. Mueller designed to push D-Party backers to donate GoFundMe the D-Party. Mueller designed as public outcry excuse should criminal charges be brought against them. We are being politically attacked because of Mueller. Okay, so then we got the reread the Scaramucci model. Purpose. Who did Scaramucci remove? Effective. Other optics important. So a temp brought in to clean out the bad actors, the press secretary and chief of staff. POTUS, acting cabinet head, grants more flexibility and very effective. There are no coincidences. Whitaker. Removed special articles inserted by RR in conjunction with IG. Approved D-class of Docs 1 through 4 requested by House Intel. Committee and approved by POTUS. Q stated temps can be very dangerous, right? So remove the bad actors. Part of arrests, IG, FBI, Huber, planned. So all very interesting stuff there. Let's go down to the next one. What occurs post installed blockade removal of the D-class? And this is going down further on 2676. OIG release of findings. So that goes back to the Design 2. How do you remove installed blockade? D-class, D-class, D-class. Remember, in Q post tonight, said what occurs post-installed blockade removal? D-class. And the Mueller Design 2 drops that Q pointed us to says, how do you remove installed blockade? D-class, D-class, D-class. Wow, guys. This is an amazing night, right? So how are they preparing to combat narrative? Vital. House Intel launch of more fake investigations in attempt to retain false narrative and claim political attacks. If investigated, prosecuted themselves. AS, Sony AG, attempts to rein blockade, attempts to prevent public release of truth. And obviously, we're looking at AS as Adam Schiff, right? So this one leads to like the Democrats and the cabal. They released articles about producing realistic fake video, like AI producing realistic fake video. Dems are trying to start investigations on anything and everything in Trump's life. Doing so will make him look like it's revenge when the hammer comes down. We know the Dems are good at screaming loudly about anything or everything. Keep the public looking here and not there. Very good. 0 leaks regarding Huber. 0. So 0 leaks regarding Huber. Why? Why is this in the way of the real investigations? Is it how they're run, the quote-unquote real ones? Are we actually hearing about the unsealing of indictments but not publicly disclosed? When you have 80,000 sealed indictments, you don't leak to let the bad actors run and cover and hide, right? So do not mistake public silence for inaction. This is not another 4-year election. I think Q just reminds us, not to mistake public silence for inaction, and it's true, but for not anyone paying attention out there. This is pretty huge, right? This is pretty huge. It's not publicly disclosed, okay? Why isn't the MSM talked about prison ships, Gitmo, arrests going all over the country, military exercises and deployments? This is not another 4-year election. This is a fight to save civilization, okay? So that is very, very good. We talked about the Democrat cabal. AS is Adam Shifty, right? An evil man, Standard Hotel, National Security Leaks. He's a traitor. What will he do to prevent paying the price for his crimes? All right, so this is a very good graphic. It's in my Q thread, and would love for you guys to check that out as well. Let me just go ahead and make this a little smaller here because I am now cruising down over here. Let me see. All right, so we got that tweet there. All right, so we got that going on, and then you know what was happening too is while I'm doing this, there's another Q post, but we'll get to that after all this. Hang on. So here's another brilliant Anon decode of 2676, and I just wanted to share this one with you as well. This is pretty amazing. This one goes to say optics are important. Okay. Optics are important for the enemies to think that we're safe and winning when they're not. And for normies, stealth bomber's silent. Huber is a stealth bomber. No leakers. Reread Mueller designed 2-drops. The crumbs meant Mueller for the Dems was designed to take down POTUS, but he is exonerating POTUS. Probe conclusion coming. Reports said mid-late February the report would come out exonerating POTUS. In Killbox, -30. Its countdown of 30 days starts today. Q proof developing. Coincidence conclusion occurring as new AG installed. There are no coincidences as we know. Sessions was recused for optics. Whitaker oversaw the ending and Barr will finish it up. He's friends with Mueller, right? What is the purpose of Whitaker? To hold down the DOJ from corruption and to transition from Sessions to Barr. Reread drops regarding Scaramucci model. Purpose. The crumbs meant Scaramucci would hold down the comms section of the White House and to keep out corruption or subversion until the transition to Sarah could happen. Who did Scaramucci remove? And that was Spicer. Effective. Yes, it stopped the leaks and set up the comms section for Sarah to take over. Optics important? Yes. What occurs post-installed blockade removal? This is what will happen after Mueller is done exonerating POTUS. D-class, RR complete removal, OIG findings released. Mueller gone, RR gone, IG releases findings, signal Huber is done with that part, and then Huber is out of the kill box. How are they preparing to combat narrative equals vital? So it's disinfo and fake news as usual. That's why we are the new fake news. Q Lounge Live, Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. And we do shows during the week as well, Out of the Matrix and the Matrix Groove Hour. So stay tuned. And don't forget to check out intheMatrixxx with 3x's.com. I got a lot of cool tools over there for you. Okay. So please, please, please check us out. Bookmark us, if you will. And if you want to donate, buy us a cup of coffee, a dinner for what we're doing for you, we'd really appreciate it. You can check out the PayPal and Patreon links on the website. All right, so then we've got disinfo and fake news. House Intel launch more fake investigations in attempt to retain false narrative and claim political attacks. If investigated, prosecuted themselves. AS, Adam Schiff, will try to spread and leak fake news and disinfo to change the optics of POTUS being exonerated by Mueller. SDNY-AG. Remember Tony Podesta and Cohen before referred to the SDNY for prosecution? Attempts to retain blockade, attempts to prevent public release of the truth. This Anon believes that they will try to do what little optics they had with Mueller by pulling out that disinfo and fake news. 0 leaks regarding Huber. 0. Q says. Huber is doing a legitimate and serious investigation into FISA, Uranium One, Clinton Foundation, FBI, DOJ, and other related crimes. Do not mistake public silence for inaction. An investigation by the book has no leaks. This is not another 4-year election. This is nationalism versus Marxist globalism. Q. That's the Anon take on that brilliant Anon decode. Glad to see this Anon's back. He hasn't been around in a while. So 2678, new Q drop tonight. Links to NBC News, tech social media, Russian troll accounts, purged Twitter, pushed QAnon and other conspiracy theories. Russia. Fake news. Attacks continue. Ask yourself why. What happens when the news no longer reports facts? What happens when the news no longer reports truth? Enemy of the people, controlled. Q. Wow. What happens when the news no longer reports facts? What happens when the news no longer reports truth? Enemy of the people, controlled. We will not be controlled here. So keep it going, guys. Keep us going. Russian troll accounts. This is the article that was linked. Purged by Twitter, pushed QAnon and other conspiracy theories. The account's tweets featuring a hashtag MAGA, usually in support of President Trump, almost 38,000 times. Most of any hashtag. And they also use QAnon. It's just a ridiculous article. It is linked here in my thread. You can check it out. This was really cool. Q linked us to this one, the NASA.gov, and it was the countdown clock. Okay, so basically it was the link to NASA.gov. This is a shuttle launch countdown 101. Okay, it's like a 101 little class that you can take. And the countdown 101, it's very, very interesting. It's the countdown clock that it is the most watched timepieces in the world. So in order to understand what Q was doing this, there are built-in holds that vary in length and will always occur at the following times: T27, T19, T11, T6, T30, T20 minutes, and T9 minutes. Okay, so we're at T30 right now in this. Okay, so any operation will count down, but they will have a hold. Okay, so like for example, T19. This is a built-in hold. Let's do T43. Shuttle test detector performs a traditional call to the stations and the countdown clock is activated. T27. This is the first built-in hold and typically lasts 4 hours. Okay, so when the clock is counting down at T minus 27 hours and holding, okay, then it counts. The operations begin to load the cryogenic reactants into the orbiter's fuel cell storage tanks. So this is kind of like how an operation kind of works, the countdown clock for the shuttle. Okay, so that we can kind of get an idea as to what that is. Okay, T minus 20 minutes in holding. Okay, then there's another built-in hold. This one lasts 10 minutes. So basically, it's maybe we're at T30 in the countdown of this whole operation. So that was just something to think about with that. Cruising along. We got another post here. There's CNN article, Breitbart article about the Whitaker prosecutor FBI. That was the CNN article. Breitbart article is about William Barr in 2017 DOJ abdicating its responsibility by ignoring Clinton uranium deal. Okay, in favor of Russia collusion. So read between the lines. Blockade end. Good to go. Q. That's Q post 2680. Okay, and then here's the articles that were linked to. CNN Politics, acting AG Whitaker reveals federal prosecutor still investigating GOP claims of FBI misconduct. Look at that. January 3rd, 2019. Okay, so he's been looking at FBI misconduct. Okay, January 16th, William Barr in 2017, DOJ abdicating its responsibility by ignoring Clinton uranium deal in favor of Russia collusion. Okay, so not doing his job, maybe. So this is the thing, that each T is not a literal time, rather it's initiating. It's initiating of events according to the plan. T9 hours initiate as a sequence of events in preparation. It doesn't mean that it is an exact 9 hours to launch. Q is telling us what stage of the plan we're in. Are we in T30? That's a good question. Just a question for you guys to check it out if you guys want to answer it. Basically, I believe that Whitaker is the Scaramucci model. Okay, the prosecutor, here's an article about a prosecutor that leaves Mueller's team amid reports of investigation. Okay, and then another prosecutor leaves Mueller's team let's see, reports witch hunt is winding down. So 2 prosecutors have now left Mueller's team. And Whitaker, our boss, right? That dude, look at this guy. Your 5 minutes are up, Mr. Nader. And if that's a countdown clock too, it does mention time. And that was an amazing job yesterday by Mr. Whitaker. Thank you so much. Now let's go to see what's going on. While I was here talking to you guys, we've got another Q post. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, so, wow, we got a good one here. Okay, so let's go ahead and check it out. Let me go ahead and make this big and let's check this out together. All right, so we got Q post 2681, negative 30 killbox, negative 45 killbox, negative 60 killbox, negative 90 killbox. Blockade removal, Scaramucci model. RR removal, goodbye number 2, number 1 underscore, oversight of Mueller. Or removal, 1 through 4 removal, bar install. Bar with Whitaker review RR notes regarding strong reservations to declass due to sources and methods in foreign class. Irreparable harm, OIG review prior to executing order. Bar with Whitaker, pull D-class review assignment from OIG. Cite executive order from POTUS. Does not require special oversight. DOJ, FBI, Ray, fully capable in reviewing and commenting regarding op integrity, sources and methods, etc. Bar executes order to D-class plus. Provide members of H committee long requested supplemental documentation in C setting. Scope memo plus class. As required by U.S. law. Whitaker, remain DOJ senior staff. Barr meeting Huber and OIG. OIG report. House D's threaten a subpoena of Barr Whitaker regarding D-class. SC report. Huber, etc. House D's use subpoena power 2. Wow. So we got 3, 9, 12, 18. Acts 1, 2, and 3, spill and plus 30, meeting with NK regarding arrow pointing to denuke plan, process, sanctions, lifts, meets, subject A, B, food for people, aid. UK, Australia, narrative shift regarding in-country spy campaign versus POTUS, hops 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to target. Okay, so that's interesting. D, sky is falling, push to public, scare to control, projection, public awakening. Welcome to being awake, public. Narrative damage control, placeholders active, wall discussion end, public awareness of D's, red, green castle per original plan, dark to light, and Q links us to our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The Washington's establishment and the financial and media corporations that fund it exist for only one reason: to protect and enrich itself. This is a great video, guys. I'll link it to my thread. Thank you very much, Q. I'm hoping that we get some more. It's 11:13 p.m. right now. But if not, this video is going to go ahead and go down and be my Q thread for February 9th, Saturday. Amazing, amazing stuff, guys. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to go ahead and let's dial you up and out. Let's get you out of this matrix, everybody. All right, what do you think? You ready? Hold on tight. We're going out of the matrix. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Q. Do it, Q.